Have you ever stopped to think that the animation we watch today, which looks like actual living, breathing worlds, started as a completely crazy idea? The idea of making still pictures actually move! Today, the animation industry is worth billions of dollars, but the journey here was anything but simple. In this video, we're traveling back in time to see how this magic all began, and how it evolved. If we want to go back to the roots, humans have been obsessed with moving images since the dawn of time. Even cavemen drew animals with 8 legs to imply motion. But the real breakthrough came in the 19th century with the invention of simple optical toys. Take the thaumatrope, for example, a simple disc on strings with a bird on one side and a cage on the other. When you spin it fast, the bird magically appears inside the cage. Our brains possess a feature called persistence of vision, which is exactly what makes us perceive sequential images as continuous motion. Then, in 1908, French artist Émile Cohl came along and created what is considered the very first animated cartoon in history, titled Phantasmagory. The film consisted of white chalk-style lines on a black background, and every single frame was drawn by hand. Yes, every single frame. This is where animation transformed from mere visual experiments into a legitimate industry, and the credit goes to one man who changed history forever, Walt Disney. In 1928, Disney introduced Mickey Mouse to the world in Steamboat Willie. It wasn't the first cartoon ever made, but it was the first cartoon with synchronized sound and a musical score. Audiences in theaters were absolutely mind-blown to see a mouse whistling and moving perfectly to the beat. And Disney didn't stop there. In 1937, he risked his entire fortune to produce the first ever full-length Technicolor animated feature film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Everyone called it Disney's folly and predicted failure, claiming audiences wouldn't sit through a cartoon for an hour and a half. Instead, the movie achieved legendary success and built the Disney empire we know today. By the 1950s and 60s, cartoons entered every household thanks to the rise of television. Studios like Hanna-Barbera emerged, giving us classics like Tom and Jerry and the Flintstones. Because TV budgets were tight, they pioneered limited animation techniques to save time and money. Meanwhile, on the other side of the planet, Japan was developing a beast of its own, led by the godfather of manga, Osamu Tezuka, who introduced Astro Boy in 1963. Japanese anime focused on complex storylines, cinematic camera angles, and deep drama meant not just for kids, but for adults too, evolving into the global cultural phenomenon it is today. The year 1995 was the turning point that changed traditional hand-drawn cell animation forever. A small company called Pixar, backed by Steve Jobs, released Toy Story, the first ever feature film made entirely with computer-generated imagery, 3D. Goodbye paper, pencils, and manual coloring. Hello rendering, digital lighting, and 3D modeling. This shift opened the floodgates for studios like DreamWorks, the creators of Shrek, and Illumination, Minions, to completely redefine animation, pushing the realism of digital details to unprecedented heights. Today, animated movies are no longer just kids' movies. They are a sophisticated art form merging cutting-edge technology with profound philosophical storytelling. We are now seeing techniques that seamlessly blend hand-drawn aesthetics with 3D depth to create stunning visual masterpieces. A journey that started with white lines on a black blackboard can now build entire universes and galaxies. Now, I want to hear from you down in the comments. What was the very first cartoon or animated movie you watched as a kid that left a lasting mark on you? Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode on the world of cinema. See you in the next video. Peace!